Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back to Rise of the Tomb Raider. So we're doing some cleanup here. We're gonna do the Baba Yaga DLC. We have the...
Only enough for 2 doses. Got to make them count.
I'm taking the toxic fume solution, so I don't
It's working, Nadia. Everything looks... normal is the wrong word, but nothing like the last time.
Good. I've made my own antidote and enough for Grandpa, if we find him. I'm on my way to meet you now.
So, as a reminder of the Baba Yaga thing is, the grandfather thinks Baba Yaga killed...
Scarecrows, of course.
Killed their mother. I assume it's actually the opposite case. That Baba Yaga is their mother. We're in a weird position because I'm looking for all the collectibles and I don't have a map.
This can't be the same place. I was lost in here. Half expected him to still be here.
When the guilt of working in the gulag became too strong, I would lash out. A stolen screwdriver, misplaced paperwork, futile gestures that would never balance the scales. One day, I was caught taking a stupid risk. Your grandmother, Serafima, she spoke up, took the blame. They beat her, mercilessly. But I was saved. When I found the moment to thank her, she spat at my feet, told me I had risked my life for nothing, challenged me to do more. You have so much of her in you, Nadia. At first, I thought her cruel. She gave me no credit for my little acts of disobedience. That place, the gulag, it crushed hope and ate what little scraps of dignity remained. Every day I did not fight it with my whole heart, she said. I was complicit in atrocity. She demanded my honesty because she knew I was capable. It was the greatest kindness anyone had ever shown me, and I loved her for it.
So we're following a tradition here where I start a recording and almost immediately find one of these dialogue things. I'm gonna have to fly by map more in this area because it is a slightly confusing area.
This is Trinity gear.
It's all wrong. Lost the old man entering the Vale. Lost Fisher. Lost Parker. Just gone. No trace. Can't trust the eyes. Seeing things. Corpses. Worse. Things that walk. So huge they hide the stars. Can't tell what's real. Not sure there is a real. Is it the eyes? The eyes have to go. My hands are steady now. Billings goes first. Stop! Hold still!
Must have walked right past it last time. No bodies, though. Maybe they're still alive in here.
So they're supposed to be in the challenge hanging witch lanterns. And right now I don't see anything that's a hanging witch lantern. I just see these scarecrows, so they must be further this direction.
Nadia, what do you know about these ruins out here?
Even before the witch made her home there, our people avoided the Vale. The founders were building a shrine out there, but something happened to them. None of us have been in there in generations. Be careful. Even if your visions weren't real, that place is still deadly.
So that's 1. And 35 experience for starting with that. It clearly is like a tutorial, maybe even optional dungeon. Alright. Are these guys dead, or are these guys... A. Let's see, here's a heart. And it seems dead. Either that or... So these are probably the wolves I thought were monsters before.
We decided to
My
wait
Russian is
until
not
winter
getting any
passed.
better.
We hid supplies.
I'm locked.
We made maps.
The game may be
We
glitched,
planned.
actually.
I got her a work detail indoors. She helped me find ways to slow the grinding gears of the gulag. If I could disable a hydraulic lift, I could keep 100 men from one day in the mines. Cut the wiring of a few trucks. There would be no special work projects for another week. I took greater risks, but once I had met your grandmother, I could not return to the sin of ignorance.
Long dialogue,
We
too
knew
much dialogue
that the
in a
child
row.
would complicate our escape, and she hid it as long as she could. And then, without warning, they took her away. Our daughter was given to a nursemaid among the native prisoners, and they dragged Seraphima away to the Vale. I tried to stop them, fighting in the open. I stood in front of the transport truck, prepared to kill to save her. But there were too many of them. I screamed my farewell as they dragged me away. And I don't know if she heard.
So, part of the thought here is that she went crazy and became the...
Just wolves. Damn.
Hey, some pelts.
Oil on the ground. There's your magic fire.
So I came down from this way. There's nothing this way. So I'm going this way. And this may really be the end of the entire Baba Yaga
I'm up on the first of the ruins now. This doesn't look like a shrine. This was something functional. I see ropes and wooden gears.
The Founders built lifts elsewhere in the valley to move people or supplies between the peaks, but they've all fallen apart now. That has got to be what it is. See if you can make your way up to the top. I'll be right there. I'm in the canyon now. I'll let you know when I've arrived.
So this is another puzzle.
Maybe I can anchor a rope on that pulley.
And the game is kind of already telling me what to do. It's not even giving me a few seconds to even think about.
Maybe I can anchor a rope on that pulley.
This one to this one, maybe? Two different ways to get up to this point. This one to what? This? Let's start with that.
Maybe I can anchor a rope on that pulley.
Maybe I'll just look at this first.
It's dark. The others are out there. I can hear them, panting. Moment of clarity, but it's slipping. Coming less frequently. We're sick. Poisoned. Something. Doesn't matter. Forgot why we came here. Forgot where we were before. Barely remember who I am. Someone else here, walking amongst us as we grovel and weep. A spirit, a goddess, a demon. She is whispering. We listen. Listen.
Again, if the game didn't force me to take a break to listen to that stuff, it would be a lot better. This is the perfect instance in which a puzzle would work very nicely. To have some background audio.
Must be some way of anchoring the platforms.
So I guess the idea is you have one that rotates and the one that anchors. So we put this how we want it. We walk over here, tie this here. And that should theoretically solve the problem. And apparently I'm not even using arrows for the rope arrow elements in either. You should be using 2 arrows each time, but the game seems to imply you're not using any.
Maybe I can connect this to something.
We could connect it to this, and I imagine that's what we're supposed to connect it to. See, that's at full whatever, full round. There doesn't
I'll need to get across somehow.
seem like a great way to do this. Like, if I was to try and shoot the rope, that would work. If I was to slide, I could get across, but could I get back up? Because like this seems like it's a rather slow elevator. There we go. This door. Come up this way. Up here. And then can I get up here? No. But you know, I might be able to jump. Let's see. This to this. To allow this to go the other direction. I imagine, I guess that's what it wants to do. If I could jump up a wall and then... that'd be great.
Maybe I can use one of these ropes to get back up.
There's a whole nother section of the map I never missed.
It is my great honor to have been given the responsibility of overseeing the construction of a shrine to the apostles
Way too much
out
of
in the
this.
far Vale. The site
too
is on the
much of
very
this.
borders of our newly founded city, through a distant canyon. The natural waterfalls and geothermal springs grant us an amazing opportunity to use our combined knowledge to create a place of solemn worship and reflection that glorifies not only the memory of the apostles, but also our own recent advances in construction.
Well, if you're
Already
mentioning
we
the
have
apostles,
outpaced the
I
empire
guess
we
this
left
is
behind.
Jesus.
We will arrive in the morning and break ground on a shrine to honor our past and the future of our city.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to hit this and just see how many more documents there are. Wow. 1 challenge to go, 1 relic, 6 survival caches, and a massive 12 remaining documents. This is really just a crazy amount. If I shot this, I don't think that would work. And it doesn't seem like the idea is that you'd be able to jump up here. Now there is an achievement for doing this. So I may have gotten it just then. Moving manually from one to another village. Okay, go. Run this way, and this isn't gonna make it. I suppose just for a gameplay reason, it makes sense that you wouldn't want to penalize the player for doing just some very doing these puzzles and shooting the arrows over and over again. It would just require you, cause the player to have to do a bunch of extra work. Climbing all the way up here clearly doesn't mean anything. I don't see any way to solve this puzzle without doing that action.
Maybe I can raise and lock these platforms to get over there.
There's something over here I want to collect. Can I reach this?
They put me with the other Russian prisoners. I could see the hate in their eyes, and I didn't blame them. To them, I was just another instrument of their humiliation and degradation. I didn't tell them what I tried to do. It could never be enough. When the revolt came, I was ready. The native prisoners, the ones the Gulag recruited from this very village, were kept apart from the Russians. They had known of my resistance, and that kept them from killing me, along with the other guards. I held my daughter, your mother, for the first time, as the Gulag burned around us. The people of the village took us both in, and against their own superstition, agreed to help me rescue your grandmother from the Veil.
So, I held my daughter, your mother. So, is he the great-grandfather? Then why is this called the grandfather's journal? They've got the generations out of order, or I'm confused. Like, Or maybe the idea is that I held my daughter, comma, and your mother for the first time. But that
Maybe I can raise and
also
lock these platforms to get over there.
doesn't make the most amount of sense. Are there any things? It would be rather easy to
Maybe
miss
I can
things.
raise and lock these platforms to get over there.
There's 8 more of those. Now would be about the right time for the game to start giving us suggestions and help. So if this was the
Better run.
first instance of that, I would have been a lot happier.
I'm at the top, Nadia.
I'm almost there, just behind you. Don't go anywhere without me.
Is she? Like, I don't see anybody. I assume this is just gonna activate a, like, quick time event.
Look at that! The witch has kept the lift running all this time. It looks like she even made a few improvements, but I don't think those ropes will survive many more trips.
It only needs to make one.
2. I'd like to come back down. Eventually.
So, the house on the chicken legs turned out to just be a travel.
You getting on? Don't you want to see if this thing works?
I am looking all over the place. There's... I guess we're transferring to a new area. And...
Try pulling that lever over on the platform. Maybe it will get us moving.
seems like they want me in this position so that we can start like aiming for things with the arrows.
Your witch is clever. Everything in this veil is arranged to perpetuate the myth of Baba Yaga, and the pollen does the rest. Last time I saw the lift, it looked nothing like this.
What did you see?
Just as the legend says, a house walking on giant bird legs, but without the pollen, it's just an old contraption.
I'm sorry. I was so sure of Grandpa's story.
She's Russian, someone who knew the myth well. Nadia, it's possible that your grandfather will know who she is. He was a prisoner in the Gulag, you said.
I didn't say that. Not exactly. Grandpa was a guard. My grandmother was the prisoner. She was a brilliant scientist, and they brought her out to the Vale to help study something in the ruins. But then the witch came. Grandpa never forgave himself.
Killing the witch won't bring her back, but I understand. Let's just hope we can reach him in time.
2 more. And I feel like the 2 more... Shoot, there's one back this way. I missed it. And I bet I won't have enough time to aim for the last one. So, I missed one. I suppose I could try to go back. it's not working. So, on the way back, I guess we'll deal with that. Unless there's perhaps some other direction in which I can get the last two.
Nadia, come quick!
No. Nadia? How?
It's the pollen. Here, let me. Grandpa, can you hear me?
I tried. I couldn't save her. I tried.
It's okay now. I'll stay with him, Lara. It's time. You only have one more dose remaining. Make it count.
New base camp discovered. Hopefully this is a map.
The officer wandered out of the Vale, just as our rescue party prepared to enter. His body bore the marks of torture, a sight we knew well. The witch descended on them during the revolt, killing Seraphima along with her captors. He told us of the house that walks, of her fearsome voice. A child's story made flesh. He died the next day. Baba Yaga leaves no survivors. I wanted to go on, to bury your grandmother, but no one would enter the Vale after that. In the village, I learned to be a good man. I lived to honor her. I worked hard, but I dreamt of killing the witch every night. I might have gone years ago, had the fever not taken your mother. I stayed for you, Nadia. I am a lucky man. I lived a good life I did not deserve. A new fight is coming, but it is not mine. If I am to find revenge for Seraphima, it must be now. I go to kill the witch, to lay your grandmother to rest. I will not be coming back. Forgive me.
So, just trying to look around to see if maybe there's one more lantern. It has occurred to me that I may have to come back to this area another time because there is an
She has to be inside.
item.
This is it.
There's an item we're missing that we kind of need.
It's her. Always been her. At the margins, in the dark,
Way too
always
many.
there. She is what we came here for. We just didn't know it until now. She is the center of the world. She can make the fog swirl and choke our minds. She can give us clarity. She spoke her name, Baba Yaga, and our wounds healed. With another word, she split us open again. We are nothing, and we are hers. We will do as she commands. We were made for this.
So it seems
Oh
like
God. What has she done to them?
she's convinced the
Bravo
other
team.
people
The missing soldiers. They're here.
to fight for her. Now I have, I guess, a plethora of options as far as what bullets to use and what to go after with them. I suppose we'll try to do this stealthily until we can't. I would like to set somebody on fire with my fire arrows at some point. That'd be nice. But I'm not sure how doable that will be. We've still not seen anything that looks like it's
Dizzy. No. I need that last antidote.
so I'm gonna hallucinate some more. You can't really do this trick too many times, though. So this kind of has to be the last time that we start hallucinating. Which kind of means it has to be the end of the Baba Yaga stuff.
This is the last of it. Ah, no!
So either you're gonna lick that antidote off the ground, or fight it.
When you are dead, you too shall serve.
So forget.
They're just men.
Just shooting her isn't gonna work.
How about we do this? How do we open these? Yes, what we do is this.
Damn it, need to keep her away from the road. Shit, she's gonna cut the rope. Stay down, damn it.
Where is the release? Where's the release? Right, so that one would have worked.
Shit, she's gonna cut the rope.
Keep her busy. So that's one. This is quite the boss fight, considering that we really haven't seen any boss fights in the rest of the game.
Shit, she's gonna cut the rope. Come on, Lara, keep it together.
Seems like there's a lot of underground places I could be. Having trouble seeing where I'm supposed to be. Where I'm supposed to be. We're gonna go wrong today. So she's floating around.
This isn't real. Keep going, damn it.
If anything, this is just helping me get helping me get bullets. I can't go this direction. this here. Do this.
Stay down, damn it!
Let's hope. And how many times am I gonna have to do this? I thought the game was showing me a cutscene there, and I guess it wasn't. Well, the reason. Which way? Go. This won't work anymore, so I'm gonna have to assume that this is I guess I'm climbing? I guess I'm done with the Baba Yaga stuff after this. Guess I'm taking the easy way. Some feathers. Get it off! I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Apparently that's not gonna work. Let's go this way. You can definitely see that there's a lack of explanation.
Just a hallucination. Shake it off.
How can I move this into the right position? Oh, I can do this. All of these are going towards the survival caches. I guess not. I guess they aren't. Where's the switch? Fortunately, you don't have to be too accurate.
Lara! Lara, can you hear me?
Bit busy at the moment.
Grandpa's awake. He says it's her, Lara. The witch is my grandmother. She's alive.
No doubt.
Please, you can't. Maybe we can get through to her. We have to try.
I'll do what I can, but we have to end this, Nadia.
Where am I supposed to go? The thing here is we've been there. And we've been there. And we kind of jumped from there. So I think we have to jump from this point. This. Nope. Not quite right. I guess we jump from this point to this.
Go and call it.
So this is giving me more experience, so I suppose I'm enjoying this experience. I guess I'm going up here. And that seemed like that worked. I'm collecting so much. There's way more. Way more enemies in this anything we've done before.
Away from the road.
Throwing fire bombs at them.
Shit! She's gonna cut the rope! Has to be some way of keeping her from cutting the rope. Got to stop her from cutting the rope.
Just immediately it clears the air of gas.
Stop. No more. I know who you are. I can only imagine what you've gone through to stay alive.
Wow, the animation is kind of jerky here.
It's over now. You don't have to live like this anymore.
Just bad wireframe animation with the arms moving.
But you died. They told me you died.
Will she be all right?
That's how the
I don't
arms
know.
and the
But it won't be
torsos
easy
are
for
not
any of you.
moving
Family never is.
as well as they should.
Oh, I know. I
Because
know.
this is
Thank you,
the
Lara,
unfinished DLC.
for everything.
Feathers clipping through things. Alright. Well, that won't put this main story forward any, I imagine. And we are 15 minutes over, so there will be some more cleanup work. This whole episode was around doing the DLC and doing some cleanup work, but Clearly I need to run around and find all the collectibles now that I won't be poisoned. And then I think that's probably the end of Baba Yaga. See, we're still at 43%. We've been at 43% for an hour now. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.